The Kevin Samuels part of this video is almost his whole video. His interview was short. Only about 6 minutes long. As you know, I translate his videos into other languages. The reason why I do not translate more of his videos is because of all the dialogue. This can be so draining that afterwards I feel like I need a vacation. So, if I do not upload a video for more than a week, it is because I am working on translating one of his videos.
Seems like that these women were really impressed by this guy's dexterity.
Where the hell do y'all be finding these men that are obsessed with you? Good fathers?
It's gonna sound harsh, but guys will agree. One woman's trash is another woman's treasure. You'll find us if you go dumpster diving. We've been discarded. You'll find the best boyfriends and husbands on the island of misfit, broken-hearted boys. Men are simple creatures. We're a lot like dogs. Like, picture a rescue dog at the animal shelter. They always make the best companions. They're always loyal, loving, appreciative. We're the exact same way. We did everything right, but we were discarded. So when someone finally comes along and picks us, we're just like, oh my god, this is fantastic.
Good boyfriends and husbands are forged in the fires of evil exes.
If you see a newly single girl wilding out in Miami on a girl's trip, just going crazy on her Instagram and Snapchat stories, look for her ex. He's alone in a cage somewhere, probably doing push-ups. You finally find that guy that moves heaven and earth for you and does everything that you've ever dreamed of, you have no one else to thank but that woman that ate his art and crapped it out like an In-N-Out burger. Nobody loves more than the broken-hearted.
Where are you?
Hey, one of those guys with no hopes. I thought I would create this diagram for you ladies that are serious about finding us, because this will kind of pin our location. Here I have the way that you ladies like to rate men. You got your 10, 9s, and 8s. Now these are the cream of the crop, the apex of the male species. They're extremely good looking. They got a lot of money. Their Johnsons hang low. Every woman in the world would love to be with a 10, 9, or 8. Then you got a 7 or a 6. Now they're not quite on the levels of 10, 9s, and 8s, but they are above average. Usually it's going to be a good looking guy with an average or small Johnson, or it's going to be an ugly guy with a big Johnson, or it's going to be an ugly guy with a small Johnson, but he's got a lot of money. Then you got your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s. Now women like to lump this all up into one number and identify it as instantly swipe left. This is the area you seek. This is the no-fly hoe zone. This is the barren wasteland of female attention. Now even though 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s are very loyal men, you guys don't reply to our messages because we're holding a fish in a picture, or we're wearing a hat and glasses, or we're 45 years old and we're still trying to use our yearbook picture as our profile pic, or we cropped our ex out of the picture because we don't take really good pictures and that happened to be a good picture. That's us. Now let me explain how we can fix this imbalance. First, this is how we rate you women, 10, 9s, and 8s. These are the most beautiful women in the world. These are the women that don't need makeup, they don't need their hair done, they don't need nice clothes, they're just naturally beautiful. They're so gorgeous you could turn all the lights off and even their shadow is fine as hell. Then you got a 7, 6s, and 5s. Now, with enough makeup and doing their hair and wearing the right clothes, they can give the illusion of being a 10, 9, and 8. But you'll find once you wake up to them in the morning, they're nothing more than shapeshifters. Then you got your 5, 4s, and 3s. Now these are the girls you date when you're on a budget and you don't really want to take them anywhere, but you want to floss on social media like you got a really fine girlfriend. 5, 4, and 3 can get it done. They can be as beautiful and look any way that you need them to. Then you got your 2s and the 1s. We're not going to speak on them. What causes this imbalance is the 7, 6s, and 5s are convinced they're 10, 9s, and 8s. Then you got your 5, 4s, and 3s. All they do is sit around all day and look at their pictures, and they're convinced that they're 10, 9s, and 8s. Hell, even the 2s and 1s are like, I think I'm a solid 7 or 8. Now the problem that's occurring is because 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s think they're a 10, 9, or 8, they all want to contact a 10, 9, or 8 or 7, 6 because they feel like that's what they deserve. But all 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 does is because they're really not good enough for them, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 constantly gets used and cheated on. And they do not want to accept the fact that in reality, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is not actually good enough to get a 10, 9, or 8. And you may be able to swing a 7 or 6, but you better be on point. So if you ladies would just be a little bit more honest with yourself, we'd all have hoes.
The worst text to send a girl. The morning text. Good morning, sweetheart. How are you doing? Hope you slept well. You're basically saying you're a simp. That text is not masculine. That is not a good text. It shows needy. It just shows that like, oh, I was thinking about you and I was hoping your morning was going well. That's not what you want to come across as.
Look, ladies, if a man wants to send a good morning text, then he's sending the text. And if the woman that he's sending it to does not appreciate it, that is a her problem. Because all of these specific texting rules, they're all games. If there is something that I absolutely know that I always hear from my male followers, it's that they want a woman that is interested in them. The only thing that I agree with is that you shouldn't have full-on conversations via text because there's a better way to do it, and that's talking in person or over the phone. But for anyone that believes that dating needs to consist of not showing interest and not communicating, you're not trying to have a relationship, you're trying to play a game.
What do you want? You want to be married? What's going on?
Yeah, absolutely. I do want to be married. The thing is that I don't like to date around. No. Well.
Okay. What was your last relationship?
How long was it?
How long ago was it?
It was a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years.
Okay. And how long did that last?
That lasted for 4 years.
See, I hear a lot of women saying that they don't like dating around. And you know, I understand wanting to have a high selection, quality over quantity. But my question is, at your age, with what you want, how are you going to get the outcome?
And this is why I listen to you. And this is why I like what you say. It hurts, it stings, but it opens up my eyes like no other. Well, I need to get out there, whether I like it or not. Biologically speaking, I need to get out there if I want what I want.
What city do you live in? What city do you live in?
I live in Essex County. I'd rather say county.
Okay, so you're in the tri-state area?
Mm-hmm.
See, if you're in a very populated area, think about how many women who want what you want, who are doing exactly what you're doing. 90% of life is just showing up.
Right.
You know how many men are out in the tri-state area right, 10, almost 11 o'clock. 2 hours ago, they were right there. They were at the local grocery store. They were somewhere. They were out. Because men, we get out. But I was talking on my Patreon group, and so many women want what you want, but then they keep their circle very small, and they get so busy doing what they're doing. And you have to make this a priority. If you're single, do you cook every night, or how do you eat?
I go to school and I work full time, so it's easier for me to just like buy one meal and have that be my meal for the day.
So, are you living in a part of town where a lot of single people live?
No, honestly, this is a very like affluent, like.
See,
no.
This is why I'm such a big fan of. You know, it would be better, even if it's going to cost you more money, to live where the action is. Because so many women will find that you just find a local spot to where you can just get a light dinner 2 or 3 times a week, and you just sit there and become a regular. Men hunt. You will find that, let's say you're a pescatarian, you like seafood, you like vegetables, and you find a local Mediterranean place or Greek place or Korean or whatever it is, and you go there consistently. Man sees you, never get a chance to talk to you. He's going to ask the bartender or manager, hey, that woman, is she a regular here? I mean, she's here like every other day or on Tuesdays. We hunt, and they'll show up on around a day or time, and you'll find you like, hey, I saw you here last time. That's what we do. You kind of find a way to selectively throw your handkerchief out there, because the chances of finding somebody that you like online, negligible. And you get so busy doing your life, you're going to look up, you're going to be 35. So you got to put yourself out there. That's number one. Number two, Self-awareness is sexy. Remember that 2022 is about self-awareness. Self-awareness is sexy, and you ladies are going to have to start becoming assertive regarding mating. Men like women who like them. So a woman who actually steps to a man or is in the area of a man and shows some interest, we reciprocate by that. So I hope that helped, but going into next year, because this is the holiday season, it's perfect time to get out.
Right. No, that helps so much.
Because we went from hot girl summer to broke chick fall and winter. Getting out now because all the single people are feeling the same kind of way.